Hey everybody, hope your day has been going well. Let me clean this camera because I want to kind of help you guys out today and kind of learn some things that really wasn't taught to me. One of the things, let me kind of tell y'all this, okay? Um, One of the things I'm trying to do for you guys is I'm trying to help you understand certain things about the market. I'm sorry this camera is going in and out. I'm trying to help you guys understand certain things about the market that you typically will never hear taught or said to you. And these are the pitfalls that most traders go through, and nobody is saying anything about it when they're doing their advertisement and all this stuff. Oh, come join my team and blah, 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 blah. These are some of the things that you never hear said. And so what I'm trying to do is help you with your psychology of trading, because at the end of the day, the psychology of the trading is more important than the trading itself. If you've ever been trading at any given time, even if you knew nothing about the markets and you're a 4-year-old or a 10-year-old, you can learn how to click a few buttons to place a trade. It literally takes about 30 seconds to place a trade in the market. So if that's all it is, then why are most traders failing? It's because the market is so highly emotionally abusive to people. It plays with your mind so hard until it sends you through emotional spasms. People talk about in relationships that they are in an emotionally abusive relationship, okay? But even in those situations, there are sometimes some kind of rhythm that you can understand when a person is doing certain things if you know what to look for. But if you don't know what to look for, this person can just go blitzo and go crazy on you, right? That's the market. If you don't know what to look for, it will literally go crazy on you and take all your money and keep going. Y'all hear what I'm saying? It's real. So one of the things that you have to learn and understand is how to deal with this market and understand market structure. Now, when we say market structure, let me move this camera over here, see if this helps. Yeah, hold on. Let me see if this helps. All right, see if you guys can see me better. Hopefully you can see me better. All right, so when I talk about market structure, and I'm just talking to you guys, okay? This ain't some of them videos like some people are always trying to, do stuff. I'm just talking to you guys because some of you guys, you just need somebody to talk you through some things that ain't being talked about, okay? So this one is just helping to coach your thinking, just to coach your thinking along. And I'm sorry this camera is bumping in and out. I wish I can turn off that motion detection thing. So what you have to learn to understand is how to control your emotions, because I'm telling you, you can learn all the trading techniques in the world that you want. And there's plenty of them out there. Thousands of programs, thousands of people you can sign up with. All this stuff is out there. It's available. And I'm not saying that a lot of these things are bad. It's not that they're bad. The problem is that if you don't get taught about how to control your emotions, because that's the biggest part of the game, is how to control your emotions when you enter into a trade. You're up all night. Let me walk you through what it looks like, because some of y'all, you ain't gonna tell the truth. So I'm gonna tell you what it looks like, okay? So you get up in the morning or in the evening, whatever. You go to your charts. You got a little fancy technique, and so you apply the techniques. You do your charting. You mark up your charts or whatever you do, or look at your indicators. And then you, with shivering hands, you click the button. You place the trade, and then you say, okay, yeah, this is going to make me some money. But then, where it comes into play, where the damage is done, is because after you've clicked the buttons, now you're nervous as I don't know what. You don't have no peace of mind. You're afraid. And here's what the market does to encourage that. The market will spike in so many directions over and over and over again until it got you confused. When you first entered the trade, you had all the confidence in the world. Okay, it should hit this trend line. Okay, it should hit this Fibonacci level. Okay, my I forgot the other ones. There's so many different ones. But anyway, y'all get the point. So you marked up your charts. It should do this, and it should do that, and it should go here, and it should go there. The Elliott wave said this, and it's 3 levels up, 2 levels down, and and it's doing a pullback. Oh, I see a bear flag. I see a double top. I see all this stuff, and you courageously placed your trade, but then you've been nervous the whole rest of this time. You have no peace. You're always on your phone. You can't sleep well because you're afraid if you hold this trade, you're afraid they're going to do what? Spike you out. And that's exactly what the brokers and the market makers are trying to do. They're trying to punk you out of your money. And that's why they do all them spikes all over the place, because they're trying to shake you out. If you take a global, bigger perspective of things, which is where I had learned to change my philosophy, you have to look at things from a bigger perspective, because once you look at it from a bigger perspective, and I'm sorry, I'm not looking in the camera. I'm trying not to get hit. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Trying not to get hit. But here's the thing. I had learned to start looking at my charts from a bigger perspective than the little short time frames. And nothing wrong with the shorter time frames. I say that all the time. I don't have a problem with it. But you have to learn to start looking at it from the longer perspective. Because if you don't, all these little herks and jerks that they're doing in the market, they're doing it on purpose to get you confused. And I'm telling you, some of the most mentally destroyed people that I know are people who decided they wanted to trade in the market. Come on now, and I'm gonna tell some truth. Somebody ain't gonna like what I'm gonna say, and it's gonna mess with somebody's trading program that they trying to offer and all this and that, but I'm gonna tell somebody the truth, because you need somebody to encourage you and tell you the truth. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You all right. And stop talking to yourself. I really want to talk to somebody, because I know somebody out here need it. Stop telling yourself you're a jerk and you're no good and you're never going to make it. You're never going to do this. Listen, stop telling yourself that foolery, because that's exactly what the market does. It manipulates your mind and make you start being discouraged and talking crazy to yourself. And now you getting all down on yourself like it's something wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. But that's the whole point of what the market does. If you really just take all indicators off and just start with what's called a quote unquote naked chart. That means it has no indicators, no trend lines, no nothing. It looks very sporadic and crazy. And if you put it on the shorter the time frame, the more crazy it's gonna look. And some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. And the problem is that the whole mechanism, the whole machine is made to fake you out and punk you out to make you doubt yourself. And so now you don't have no courage. You doubting yourself. You're afraid. I mean, it does all kinds of things to your mind. The market is a psychological machine. Everybody is coming there for money, but they don't understand it ain't about the money, it's about the psychology. And until you learn how to master the psychology of trading, to be confident that in hell or high water, I follow my trading plan to a T. And if I need to alter it just a little bit and tweak it a little bit here and there, I'll do so. But nevertheless, I'm gonna stand firm, because what I know works is gonna work. And the best way to do that, people, and I'm telling you the truth, you have to look at charts from a longer perspective. Not saying you have to trade from the longer perspective, but you do have to look at it from a longer perspective, or else you're always going to get taken out the market. Always. I mean, that's the whole point. Listen, you don't have to believe me. Look at the statistics of those who trade. 90% plus lose in Forex. 90% lose in Forex. 90% plus. Only a few people making money in the markets. So am I crazy for what I'm telling you, or am I trying to help you to understand what you really need to be focusing your mind on? Because everybody's trying to tell you, oh, just trade this chart, just trade this pattern, just trade this, trade that, trade this, trade that. And you know what? Here's what's even crazier. And some of y'all have been through this. Come on, tell the truth and stop. Don't lie to yourself. Don't you lie to yourself. Here's the truth. Some of y'all did this. All right. You may even be, marking up your charts, getting a trading signal, whatever it is, and you place the trade. But because your mind is so tweaked out now, you're so afraid of losing on that trade because you've been losing so much, until what you'll do, you'll enter the trade, you'll put your stop loss, and then instead of just walking the heck away, your nerves are so bad because you've been through so much emotional abuse. Let me keep my hands on the wheel, I'm driving. You've been through so much emotional abuse through this market until now you don't trust nothing. And then as soon as one of them candles spike in the opposite direction, what's the first thing you do? Come on, tell the truth. Don't you close that trade? And then about 15 minutes later, or an hour later, or the next day, you see that trade went exactly in your direction. Exactly. And now you pissed because you took a loss when it turned out to be a correct trade. Well, how did you jump out of fear? Because the market punked your mind to make you think that it was not, that you weren't right. That's what it does. It plays with your mind and emotionally abuse you. and tear your confidence down. And that's why a lot of people who I know, who even me, I'm coaching and helping along, one of the biggest things that I love to see above everything else is when they say this: I'm getting confidence in my trading again. There is nothing greater than that. See, I don't really care about everything else. A lot of times, like for an example, I tell them all the time in my group, they understand why I do what I do. Listen, when people sign up for my program, me and my wife, we actually donate some of that money. Every time a person signs up, every single time a person signs up, we take money out and we donate it away. So it's not about people trying to get 1 million people to sign up, which I ain't saying. If y'all want to, come on, because that'll help us with our projects that we're working on to donate more out. But my point of what I'm saying is this: it's that it's not that big of a deal. I'm not tripping off of that. The biggest thing is to know that my journey, my painful journey of 4.5 years of pain and tears and crying and being alone, and my wife is just watching my miserable behind, sitting there trying to figure this thing out. And I love my wife. Oh God, I tell you, I love that woman, because she was patient with me and encouraged me the whole time, even though there were many times I said I want to quit. Some of y'all been there. Many times I said I wanted to quit, and she kept on saying, no, baby, you done came too far. Keep on going. Keep on going. And I'm spending 7 days a week. Never took a day off. Never took a day off. My mind was completely a wreck. My emotions were a wreck. I was always emotionally up and down. Why? Because I was rolling with the markets and they were going up and down. So one day I'll be happy when I won a trade, and then I'll be dishappy the next day when I lost one. Why? I was one minute I'm in a good trade, the next minute I'm afraid of this trade. So my emotions were up and down, and my wife bared through all of that with her sweet self. You hear what I'm saying? Some of y'all going through that now. And you just emotionally up and down now. You have unstable emotions. Why? Because you done fooled around, jumped up in this here market, and now your emotions is all wrecked up and tore up. And that's the truth. And that's because nobody's teaching you the right stuff. They're not telling you about, hey, get your mind together. Take a look before you jump in a short-term trade or any trade. Take a look at where the road is headed. Get a bigger perspective so that when you enter this trade, even if they do all that market maker foolery, it ain't going to impact you. Why? Because I already know where y'all going. I see what y'all trying to do. I see you. See, that's what I do now. I see what you're trying to do. A good one. Oh, that was a good one. Now that was a good one. That was a good one. Ha ha. And see, I can laugh and I ain't even tripping. Here's how confident I am now. And this ain't used to be me. I'm confident now to the point that even if they hit my stop loss, I'll be like, man, that was a good one. All right, I seen you. I know what you're doing. That just makes me feel even more confident about what I'm about to do, because I know if you're going through this big of a length of a problem to try to stop punt people, then I know for sure that I'm right, because you really trying to punt people out and take off with their money before you go and make that big move. And I'll wait until my system resets and says, okay, jump back in now. And I'll hop back in that bad boy and scrape. Scraper. I'm scraping up all my money. Not only do I get back what I lost, but I'm going to take a lot more from y'all, because I already knew, oh, y'all really playing the game hard now. Now, see, normally they'll do some normal stop hunts. That's normal. They'll do a stop hunt. And for those who's brand new and don't know what stop hunt means, what it means is they have the ability to see where your stop loss is many times. Okay, they do. So you'll enter a trade, you'll put a protective order or a stop loss in place, and therefore you say, okay, if it hits this is how much I'll lose. But the brokers and the market makers know that. And what they do is, you think that it's just personal against you. It's not. Because what happens is they get to see millions of orders or millions of dollars of money sitting there, and they know that it's about to go the other way, the trend. So what they'll do is they'll spike it up, and two things that they're doing. Hear me good on this. Hear me good. Two things they're doing, it's a double whopper. Okay, here's the double whopper that they're doing. The first thing they're doing is they're taking out those who have their stop loss in that area. They're taking you out, wiping you out. Now you done lost so many of them times until now you're afraid to take a trade. I know I'm telling the truth. Come on, I'm letting you in. You hate, side note, you know when you let somebody in, they ain't taking their sweet time. Next time I ain't gonna let you in. No, I'm just playing. Just talking. So anyway, here's the deal. So now they took your stop loss out. Here's the second thing they did at the same time while they spike in the market. Now, because the market is spiking, and sometimes you may have done this, you said, well, I must be going the wrong way. And so you get stopped out, you hop in a trade in the direction that they're pointing their little antennas in. They're shooting the market in the opposite direction. So now you hopped in that way because you're like, oh, I must be wrong. You hop in that way, and then they hop back in the same exact direction that you originally was in, and now they got you twice. Or for other people, they'll take out your stop loss, and then meanwhile they're inducing the other buyers to come in the opposite direction. So now they're taking out two groups of people only to turn around and take the market exactly where you said it was supposed to go. And you are frustrated beyond measure. Now you're afraid to place a trade because you don't know which way it's which. You tell me that ain't emotional abuse. But here's the truth. You chose to enter into the market. See, we can't blame the abuser if you chose to enter into this relationship with them. So the best thing to do, if you're going to remain in the relationship with them, you better understand who you in the relationship with. Because when you in the relationship with this abusive market, emotionally abusive market, it doesn't have to be emotionally abusive if you're getting educated correctly. This is why I'm doing this video, because I don't care whether you don't sign up with Superezforex or not. I don't care. Not a big deal. Okay. I just know the pain that I went through, and no video out there. I promise you. Here's what I want y'all to do. You think I'm lying? Okay, you think I'm lying? This 4.5 years, going on 5 years of this stuff. Go on YouTube. There are thousands of videos out there on Forex trading. You tell me how many videos you gonna find that's gonna tell you about the psychology part of how the market is abusing people's mind and how to overcome it. You tell me if you can find 2 videos. Just out of thousands of videos, shoot me an email to my email, superezforex@gmail.com. Shoot me 2 links, and I promise you, you probably can't. You know why? Because everybody's telling you about how to make the money, but nobody's telling you about the emotional stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Nobody's telling you that if you ain't careful and you married, you might end up divorced. Because you're sitting up there spending so much time on them charts until now you ain't even sweating spending time with your family. And now you done left them to the wayside because you now involved in this emotional roller coaster trying to make some money, and the whole time they're taking your money. And they're taking your time, and they're taking your emotions. You tell me if you find a video out there that's gonna tell you this truth. You tell me. Because I promise you, you ain't gonna find it. That's why I do what I do. It ain't about the money. It's about helping my fellow traders out there to learn what's really going on behind the scenes. There is an easy way up out of it. That's why we call it Super Easy Forex, because it took me years to figure out how easy it was. But the truth is the pattern to get there was a tough road. And I hate that it took me so long, and somebody could have easily came along and said, hey, you know what? Here's what you need to do. At your charts from this perspective. Do it this way and do it that way. Even the mentors who I hired never said a word about this stuff. And then when you was going through all of this, they made you feel like it was something wrong with you. Come on now, I know I'm telling the truth. To some trader out there understands what I'm saying. They make you feel bad like you was doing something wrong. Because now you nervous to even place the trade. You took their techniques, you followed their rules. They said to do it this way, do it that way, and you jumping in and out. And it's like you're doing emotional jump roping. You feel what I'm saying? You up and down, up and down, up and down. You just jumpy. Your nerves bad. You touchy. You angry. You cussing. You doing all kind of stuff because you done dealt with this emotionally abusive engine called the Forex market. You feel what I'm saying? That's the truth. That's the truth. So that's what I'm telling you. This is free, okay? I ain't gonna tell you how we do it. You got to pay for that. Listen, it took me 4.5 going on 5 years. I ain't gonna give away everything for free, but the heart that I'm trying to give to you is free. Because whether you join me or not, that's cool. I ain't tripping. But I do want you to understand whatever method you're trading with, I need you to understand, my fellow traders. Begin to look at your trades before you place that trade. Take a glance at longer time frames to see, because the longer time frames control the direction of the market. Now, you can trade against the trends. You can do that. Scalpers, I got you. You can do that, and you can do it successfully. However, you're going to have a high failure rate for the most part. Now, you can argue with me and say, well, I ain't, okay, that's fine. But again, read the statistics. You may be the one who's in the 10%, but 90% of traders fail. That's just fact, if not higher than that. I think it's higher than that. So you can be the one who sit here and jump on this video and start, well, you don't know what you're talking about, dog. You don't know this and that. Okay, that's cool. Maybe you the 1%er. So if you are, don't come back to my videos, because I'm not trying to help you anyway. If you know everything, I'm not here to help you. You feel me? Don't email me. Don't contact me. I don't want to hear your crap, because maybe you just Mr. or Mrs. Magic who know everything about the market and you got it popping and going on. Why don't you do a favor? Instead of always trying to do everything only for $1, why don't you come on here and start doing some videos and help some of these traders? You know the hell you went through. Why don't you come on here and jump on board with me and help people around the world with this trading game to be a little more resourceful, so that they won't have to go through so much frustration. You feel me? Okay, so let me end this video. And the reason I'm saying that, somebody emailed me on my last one. Listen, ain't nobody paying me to do these videos. I just want to bless people. I want to help people from what the hell I went through, so you ain't got to go through. And somebody gonna email me with some craziness. If you don't, I almost said something in Jesus' name. Hold my tongue. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to help you as traders to understand there is thinking processes. A matter of fact, one of the people in my group, Hollywood, he had said this to the group, and I love my group because there's so much encouragement in that group. I love them. Sometimes I don't even say nothing in the group. I just be reading just to see what they talking about, and they just so encouraging to each other. It's amazing. So one of my members, Hollywood, in the group, this dude, he said that the market is 90% psychological and 10% technical. I said, oh my God, see, now that's what I'm talking about. A true trader who understands the true nature of the market. 90% psychological. They playing with your mind. They doing all these widget moves, using news events to shake and bake you. Did you know that? Yeah, they're using news events to shake and bake you. They got you panicking. Got you doubting yourself on news events. They used them against you too. They did. They do it all the time, and will spike the market in a huge different direction. Watch this. Go back and check your charts, see if I'm lying. Check your charts, see if I'm lying. They'll come out with a news event, like an NFP or something like that, right? And they will spike that market real big, wipe out everybody, especially NFP is famous for that. They will spike the market in both directions, wiping out everybody in both directions. And then about an hour later, market calms down, and then it resumes its pattern. What the? You tell me I know what I'm talking about. You check your charts and see if I'm lying. You check your charts, see if I'm lying. They playing games with people and just destroying people's lives, and they don't care about you. Market ain't got no feelings. You can do all this revenge trading you want to. You better become a professional trader. Get your feelings about this beast. That's the only way you're going to really get free from being in this emotionally abusive environment called trading. Because it is there to abuse your emotions, to make you. Let me tell y'all one more thing. I'm just talking. I'm going to my destination. So if I'm talking too long, just tune on out. I like talking to people. I like helping people. That's what I do. I like helping people because I like telling stuff that ain't nobody talking about. Because some of y'all, you've been crying, you've been frustrated, you've been depressed, you've been talking bad to yourself like it's something wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You good. This is what they do. They torment your mind to make it think something wrong with you. Ain't that an abusive relationship? It is to me. For real. Let me talk to y'all. Let me help y'all with something. Years ago, I paid a substantial, I'll just tell you like that. I paid a substantial amount of money to go to school years ago and learn how to trade stocks and options. Okay, I went to school for this stuff, so I ain't no fool. Okay, don't think just because I'm talk crazy on these videos and I'm uneducated. Oh, I spent tons and tons of money, more money than most average persons. Okay, we're talking 6 figures worth of educational money and expense. I call it educational money. Over 6 figures I done spent learning, trying to get to the point where I am, and I'm not even the expert. I just know some things. And I ain't afraid to share it. Here's the one thing, after all that money I paid them people a grip, okay, to go to school. You know, the one thing I walked away out of all that, here's the one thing I learned. All I remember from them classes was one thing. The market is ruled by 2 things, y'all. Write this down. The market is ruled by greed and fear. That's what it's ruled by. The market is ruled by greed and fear. So both of those pretty much rule the movement of the market. You guys hear it as bulls and bears. That's what you are taught. But the truth is, bulls and bears is nothing more than how many people are trying to be greedy and how many people are trying to be afraid. When there's a hot sale, that means somebody afraid and they're trying to shake and bake and dump something. They selling it. Okay, that's the bears. When they're buying, that's somebody being greedy. Oh, I'm finna make me a profit. So they buy. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you change the terminology in your head from bulls and bears to fear and greed, you'll clearly see exactly what is sitting behind this machine called the Forex market and the stock market and the options market. That's literally all it is. It's just human beings with their emotions in the way. And the only way to outsmart the market is you have to get your emotions out of the way. You have to become what is a professional trader? A professional trader is a person who learned to master their emotions, look at things without emotions, and then do their business and walk the heck away. So until you have the ability to place your trades and walk away and not be all emotional about it, you're going to always be in an emotionally abusive situation with these markets. No ifs, ands, or buts, and don't expect to be highly successful over a long period of time in the market, because that is the main part that need to be mastered above everything else. It is not the clicking of the buttons. It's actually the mastering of the emotions. So that when you do click the buttons, you have the ability to walk away. And what happens if you lose a trade here or two? What if you lost 3 trades in a row? You know what most people will do? Oh, I got to go buy me a new trading system. Oh, I need a new mentor. I need a new education. I need a new this. See, you quickly abandon what you knew. And now you are up to your 30th trading program. You're up to your 40th indicator. All because you never learned how to simply master your emotions. All right, so I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna talk way too much. I just like talking. I really do. I just like sharing what I know, because nobody else is doing it as far as I know. Again, if you know anybody who is doing this kind of talk, not trying to just show you charts and indicators, but just talking to your mind and just saying, hey, this is how you need to think. This is how you become successful mentally. If you know somebody, please share me their links. I would love to get in touch with them. I would love to watch their videos. You feel me? Send it to me. I'd love to see it, but I doubt if you'll find 2 of them. Okay. Anyway, let me let y'all go enjoy your day. Have a blessed one. If you do want to join our team, the Superezforex team, which is going by the day, my God, I've never seen this coming, but hey, it's cool. The link is on there. You can literally go right to our website. It has information, FAQs. If you have questions, we already have FAQs on there, where you can just click on there and read a little bit, and it answers most common questions we're asked. And if you do want to sign up with us, that's fine. We're welcome. Be more than happy to work with you. And by the way, we had an amazing day today. Oh my God. One of the things that I taught them is how to trade with patience. And my God, everybody in the group, I woke up this morning and everybody in the group was just having a good time. It was like, man, we threw a virtual party. Here's the trade we took, and you can check your charts on this one. I told them that our system, sometimes what it does is so accurate, it gives us heads up days in advance. So we entered into the trade, but a lot of people in my group are scalpers. They came from the scalping world, so they're used to only being in trades for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And I told them, hey, that's the reason why you're getting taken out so quick. I said, we don't do that around here. We take patience. We got time. We ain't tripping. We know what to do, and we handle business. So day 1, we was in this trade, right? Day 1 went by, then day 2, and then day 3. They was like, oh my God. Then this morning, boom, I woke up with 212 pips. I posted everything on our Facebook page, so there's evidence there. I woke up on one of the trades, the NZD Swiss. Take a look at it yourself. NZD Swiss fell this morning, just like we said, and hit hundreds of pips. And that's what I was telling them. We don't need to scalp for 10 and 20. If that's your thing, go ahead. But why do all that when I can place one trade and make a couple of 100 pips in my sleep? And that's what we did. See what I'm saying? We don't worry about no market maker stuff. I don't care about all that. All right. So anyway, if you want to join, we would love to have you on the team. Our squad is growing leaps and bounds. We have members all over the world. It's only a one-time price of, yep. Yeah, see? Money man, yeah, you see, that was a trip, huh? But we was in that trade several days in advance. We already knew. So how many days do you think the market makers was trying to take us out? You see what I'm saying? They was trying to get us too. We ain't tripping, because I taught them where to put their stop loss to stay in the safe zone, away from all that foolery, and have some patience. And boom, we clocked out good. And that's just one of y'all. Look on my post. I posted up on Euro USD. I've been holding that bad boy since last week, and we hit it right at the sweet spot at the turning point, and it went on up. USD Swiss. Look at that one. I posted up. I think, I had hundreds of pips on that, and I closed out one major position. But I think I woke up this morning, I was still up like 100 or 90 some pips or something like that on that one. But altogether, I made like 200 or 300 pips on that one too. So I'm trying to tell y'all, there's a different way to go about it, and you can take your trade. I'm in literally, listen, and I'll say this, and I'll leave y'all alone. Here's the thing. I'm literally in a bunch of trades right now, but I'm on the phone with y'all and I'm driving. See, I ain't in front of my charts no more. I don't need to. I know what's going on. I don't need to be sitting there in front of them charts. I spend so much less. I spend on average trading. I spend about, to look at trades, analyze using our system. I usually spend about 10, 15 minutes max, place my trades, and that includes sending out the signal to the group, because you do get free lifetime signals with our service. So I send out the trades to the group, and then I'm gone. I walk out the door. I don't even be home. I don't want to be around my charts no more, because if not, I'll be subject to the very thing I'm teaching you guys. I'm not better than you. I just learned what I have to do. Trust my system and walk the heck away. Get out. Go do something else with my life. And that's what I do. And then when, like this morning, I woke up to 200 and something pips, but I already knew what was going to happen. You see what I'm saying? I don't go and sit around my charts no more. It's not necessary. So you'll learn this stuff when you come into the group, if you want to. Again, I'm saying if you want to. If you don't want to, that's okay. Just keep tuning into my videos as I get an inspiration to talk about something to help you emotionally with your trades. If that's all you get out from me, I'm cool with that. You feel me? I'm okay with that. That's no problem. I love y'all anyway. No big deal. But anyway, let me finalize this. So if you do want to join, just go to superezforex.com, and there's plenty of information there, and you can look through things. And if you decide to sign up, go ahead and sign up. And then as soon as you sign up, you'll get an email. You'll have the ability to create your own username and password. And as soon as you sign up, and everything, you just go right back in, log in, and get started. It's only 5 simple steps. And they're listed out. Step one, do this. Step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. It's only 5 simple steps. And by the time you get done with those 5 simple steps, pretty much you're good to go and already know how to trade. You feel me? It's not hard. It's not hard. And we'll be more than happy to welcome you, okay? So anyway, I hope this video was a blessing to you. I hope to kind of help you out a bit. Leave some comments. I will read them later on just to see what you're talking about. See if there's any other kind of video that you want me to do, just let me know. And if I have time, I'll do it. No big deal. I'm really not tripping. Now, if you ask me to give away free stuff, man, hold up, partner. We ain't doing that one. You feel me? I give away donations out of what you say. And every time you sign up, I use that money to give away donation money. So now I can't afford to just give away everything, because then the money I use to give to other resources and people who are in desperate need of things, me and my wife do, those kind of what you call those? I forgot what you call it, philanthropy kind of stuff, whatever you call it. Anyway, we make donations. Keep it simple. We make donations out of what people give us, so I can't afford to be giving away free stuff. But if there's certain things, topics, blah blah blah, that you think that you need me to cover, just shoot me an email. Do me better. Shoot me an email to superezforex